Unable to keep up with the who, the when, the why, and the how? Well, fear not, it's a little late, but this is last week's news now. What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're new, hey, welcome. Grab a seat and stay a while. Stick around to the end. There's a lot of good information here. But do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Then go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment down below. And if you're one of the regulars here, I ask you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment. YouTube does love the comments. And of course, share the video out on all the socials. Okay, a couple shout outs over the weekend. I was over on a stream with Jacob Ironside. We were talking about The Rocketeer. And I was also on a stream last night, with Tim Possible. We were talking about Bad Batch and the series Mandalorian. So thank you guys for having me on. Check out their channels. Links will be down below in the description, along with all links for these news articles. Okay. Last week, like a lot of previous weeks, the House of the Mouse has been dominating the news. Not necessarily in a good way. So here's some of the stuff you might have missed. We're starting off with Variety. We have an update on Miss Victoria Alonso, as I talked about last week, that possibly the two split amicably. Well, apparently that is not the case. No, she was in fact fired. Disney has spoken in a official statement, this is according to Variety, that she in fact was fired, and this was mostly because her work as an executive producer on Amazon's Argentina 1985 was a clear breach of contract. Now, Victoria has since retained a lawyer, who we'll talk about in an upcoming video, calls these claims ridiculous and claims that Disney gave Miss Alonso her blessing. Now, both of these could be true, in the fact that, this is just my opinion here, that Disney Marvel could have given blessing unofficially. Again, she was promoted to a title that did not exist previously and is not being refilled. And because of all the failures of Phase 4 and presently the start of Phase 5 with Ant-Man, also with the complaints from the VFX houses and the fans and the fan base in general of visual effects, when the failures started to become more than they could sweep away, they had this as a ironclad way to simply get rid of her. Victoria Alonso is clearly the fall guy for Kevin Feige's failures. Putz. Okay, next. This comes to us from Cosmic Book News. Could Brie Larson be out of the MCU? This is interesting. They were covering an interview from The Bazaar where Brie hints that her future with Marvel Studios and using the word jobless. That's interesting. Let's pull up the article here and actually read her statement. So when they asked regarding being jobless after the Marvels, interestingly enough, the 33-year-old actress says she doesn't have a next job. This is after Marvels. I don't have a job. I don't have a home. I don't have a partner. I don't have a plan. I'm completely open. Marvels opens November 10th, and Brie Larson also has lessons in chemistry coming out on Apple TV Plus, and this is where that thing ended. So this is kind of interesting. Now, Brie also this summer has a release in May that would be the Fast and Furious 10. But after that, she's got nothing. And according to her, she has no plans of going forward with Marvel Studios, which is kind of weird because most of their leads, actually all of their leads, are at least locked into a 3-picture deal where they are the star and a few appearances in other films and, of course, Avengers films. This is fine. What's going to happen to Captain Marvel? Welcome to your ideas and your thoughts down below in the description. Also, we're going to move over to Lucasfilm. Ooh. As yet another Star Wars film is not happening. Well, at least as of right now. So we're going to IndieWire, who is covering an article by Deadline. Damon Lindeloff and co-writer Justin Gibson have both exited the rumored Star Wars project, which was slotted for a 2024 release. Oh my. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what this says here. Lindeloff leaves the project along with his co-writer Justin Gibson, and a replacement writer has yet to be announced. Apparently that has been announced. That would be the creator of Peaky Blinders. Shireen Obaid-Chinoy, best known for directing a few episodes of Disney Plus's Ms. Marvel, which nobody saw, reportedly remains set as the director for the film. That's interesting. Plot details for the project remain undisclosed because there is no project. There is no plot details because there is no script, but will reportedly be announced at Star Wars Celebration next month from April 7th to the 10th in London. Wow. It's interesting again. That's really great. So we'll see in a couple of weeks. We'll see in a few weeks if this thing is actually going through. Stay tuned. And then we have yet another Disney Plus series that is not happening. This comes from comicbook.com. The Indiana Jones spin-off series from Lucasfilm, set for Disney Plus, apparently is yet another entry into stuff that KK announces, but isn't happening. The series was a prequel to 1981's Raiders of the Lost Ark, focusing on Indy's the mentor, Abner Ravenwood, I'm sure, along with his daughter, Marion, I'm sure. This couldn't happen to be with the utter suck that Lucasfilm's non-Star Wars series, The Willow, had to do with this. Sure had nothing to do with that. No, not at all. No. Yes. And finally, if any of you are still excited about a Rian Johnson trilogy for Star Wars, well, I think we can put those things to bed officially. Because according to Small Screen, which is a UK publication, it appears that Disney Lucasfilm is finally saying what we have all known. That the Rian Johnson Star Wars trilogy is officially canceled. Let's be honest, this was canceled 6 years ago with the release of The Last Jedi. And just, again, chalk it up to another loss for Kathleen Kennedy. Are we seeing a pattern here? Are we? Just saying. Anyway, folks, that's all the news you might have missed. Now I'm going to turn it back over to you. Let me know what you think about what's been going on with the House of the Mouse down in the description. And check me out tonight. I will be over on Legion Talk talking about Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 10, the season finale. Ooh, good Episode 2. And then check me out Wednesday as well. I'll have something new for you, probably House of the Mouse, the related. And then Friday, Legion Talks Royal Rumble. And also my review of Season 3, Episode 5, past the halfway point of The Mandalorian. But until that time, until then, I thank you again for stopping by. And before you're done, be sure, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate that. And I will see you very soon. Have a great week. Always have fun. Hashtag keep talking. And always keep that smile on your face. Toodles.